are on.
Are we live?
Oh, we are live. It's been a crazy day, and you know what? I'm a minute late, so I owe you a minute. Yes, sir. We are on. How you doing tonight, Thomas?
I'm doing great, Kendall. How about yourself, man? Welcome back to Michigan there.
Yeah, you know what? We had a great time. We thoroughly enjoyed Texas, and I think we found our new home. Really.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking cool.
All right, I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. Guillermo
All right,
is
sounds
in the
good.
house. Guillermo is in the house.
Guillermo!
And I got his
How
name
you
right
doing,
the
my
first
friend?
time, so I wanted to give a shout out to him. I've been practicing all week so I could get his name right.
Now, how do you mispronounce a name like Guillermo?
I don't know. And you know,
All right, I'll give that to you.
the
Hey,
way
honey.
everything's been
Turn off
going
the
to me,
Wi-Fi.
who knows what was going on. Oh man.
Just do the pull down from the top,
So
and then turn off the Wi-Fi, the upper left.
yeah,
Sorry.
I think no, you're fine. I think we found a new home. I think where we're gonna end up doing is ending up in Texas. We've took a look down in um, Port Aransas, just on the island right on the other side of Corpus Christi, and
Yes, sir.
I really think we're gonna head down that way. We really liked it, and it's a really cool resort town. So I think that's going to be our next stop.
Fantastic.
There you
That's
go.
cool. Now, Texas, despite being a really tiny state, geographically, I tend to get lost. No, exactly. Where's that town in relationship to any of the other towns or cities that
It's
a little
right on the
person like me would
coast.
know about?
Right on the coast. You know where Galveston is?
Oh my God, yeah, beautiful.
Okay, it's about 3 hours south of Galveston, right on the coast.
Oh, no kidding, beautiful,
Yeah, yeah.
beautiful.
Yep, we headed down that way, and we really enjoyed it. We watched the for the hurricanes and stuff like that to where they usually make a turn, and it's usually north of that. So we're kind of staying out of the big hurricane area, and it's almost
Gotcha.
constant weather, 70s to 90s all the time. The water was 85 degrees, and we're really geeked about possibly getting down there in the next few years. So.
Man, you can't beat that.
No, and then and what we did, we went up to see Mikey V also, and
I saw that, man. Isn't that guy a blast? Well, you got to meet him up in New York City a couple
yes,
months ago.
yes,
Yeah, what a great guy, isn't he?
yeah, he's a great guy. His shop is so it's a quaint little shop, but he's got a ton of stuff in there. And what I liked about it is
I'll
he
bet.
didn't need anything filler in there. Everything he's got is
Yeah,
killer stuff. And
that's cool.
yep, nice shop. And then we went over and filmed his Hot Sauce 101, and
Okay.
we're making a TV pilot out of that. So that's gonna,
Oh,
I think that's gonna turn
fantastic.
out. Yeah, we've got some people. Oh, was that the beer bell?
No, no, no. That was an accidental. That was an accidental bump there. I had to reboot my phone because I couldn't bring up Facebook, so I could look for questions while we're filming this evening.
You're
Yeah,
gonna get
Rose
a
is
beer
not
from
so
across
thrilled
the
with that
room at
bell.
100 miles an hour. You know that.
I apologize for my cough tonight. I I am in no way related to Hillary Clinton. I've been struggling with a horrible case of bronchitis now for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And right now, I am bringing up your link so we can look for questions here this evening.
Yeah, Bill Moore is
So,
here.
generally speaking, what are our topics this evening, Mr. Kendler?
Well, let's see. Joe Menard, Fiber Joe is here. Burn Your Tongue Hot Sauces. Bill,
Ira Joe.
Bill Moore is here. Zach is here.
Hey, Bill.
Mikey. We were just talking about you, Mikey. Talking about Mikey.
Mikey, hey,
I'm,
what's going on, my
I'm
brother?
gonna get to your question for a second. Down at Mikey V's, he taught us during his Hot Sauce 101 class how to make this salsa. I can't tell you what's in it. I can't tell you how it's made, but I can tell you it's delicious. I made some again tonight, Mikey. You are on our topic up here because We
Yep.
in our family here, because we made your salsa again, your 60-second salsa, and I shared it with the neighbors, and everybody's loving it. And I swear I wouldn't give out the recipe, so you have to take his class.
Nice. Loves me some Mikey V, man. It's he's one of the, well, as you saw up in New York City. I mean, he's just one of the cool guys. You wouldn't even know, because I mean, a lot of us, you've either got guys like Mikey V or God, who did I run to at the Hop Sauce Festival this week? And Chad Lowcock, Race City Sauce Works, great sauces, really nice guy, but he's got that nice, like, super mellow personality like Mikey does.
Right?
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
always
yeah.
smiling, always in a good mood.
Oh, no kidding, no kidding. Hello, Melissa. Welcome aboard. Oh man, my buddy Zach Ardagna. Oh yeah, the beer bell. That started from the very first interview that Kendall and I did together, and that was a little hint from my wife. It's like, hey, by the way, I'm out of tasty beverages, and she's not the biggest fan in the world. In fact, I got Rosie sitting over here reading questions, hopefully going to chop them out to us this evening.
She might be chopping a beer at you. You know that.
Yeah, she's gonna be throwing something at me. You should have heard that evil laugh. Now I've got this little unidirectional mic.
I heard
she probably
that evil
can't hear
laugh.
Anything she's saying. Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes, we did.
Well, it's not
We
that
heard.
unidirectional then.
Well, to get back to your question, we wanted to top a couple topics we were going to talk about, and that is sriracha, and then I think to start with, just a quick run over is what is going on with this dragon breath pepper. What is going on?
No
with this?
kidding.
I mean, it hit the Facebook and the internet, and I mean, it was just viral. I read quite a few articles about it, and I get kind of like, maybe, I don't know if it was a joke or if it's actually a pepper. What was your take on it?
Man, it's kind of hard to read. I mean, the really first thing with the guy from, I don't know if it was like Scotland or the UK or whatever,
Right.
but he was a chef, but he grows peppers, but he didn't grow peppers for food. He grows them for scientific use. I mean, there was a lot of like, what's going on here? And then another group of people, and I apologize. I didn't really dive down the rabbit hole, because the whole what's the world's hottest pepper thing, I mean, that has been so bizarre to watch for the last 5-6 years. I mean, there was a point up till about 3-4 years ago where it seemed like 2-3 times a year Guinness was announcing another record. I mean, ever since the Red Savina came out, it's been one record holder after another, after another, after another, after another, and then the Carolina Reaper came out. Boom, that nailed it, and it's been sitting there, I'm pretty sure, for at least 3 years now.
Yeah.
Without a contender. Now we got a contender, and oh my God, like you were just saying, the way that just flooded social media. And I'm pretty sure it was, what's that big paper in the UK, big website? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank on it. All my friends overseas, I apologize for being ignorant here. I can't remember the name of it. But they really promoted it, and it went nuts. So it's like, it seems like somebody was growing out a pepper for somebody else that has actually been working on trying to create a big super hot. So, I mean, it'll be nice finally having something new, and, let's see what happens. I mean, I've heard, that, Troy Primo, he's got what's that called? The Louisiana Creeper, I believe is the name he's been playing around with.
Yep.
That sounds like that's a new potential contender.
Yep.
Ed Curry and I, we cross paths more than a little bit. In fact, he's a dear friend of mine. I love the guy to death.
Well, he even said
I understand he's got at least one or two peppers, in the working. So, man, it looks like it's going to be time to see what bubbles up on top.
Yeah, and you tend to wonder, like that dragon breath being so small, if it is legitimate and it is that hot, I tend to wonder what the flavor might be, being that small. You don't have much meat to dive into there. I mean.
Oh, I know.
I don't know.
And that was the part. Well, that and the part that cracked me up was like, and you could die from eating it.
Yeah.
I mean, all I heard was the late Steve Irwin. I could die doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. Or Super
come on,
Dave.
really? Because it's like, people out there may know. It's like, us, the guys from Texas Creek, they work with, powdered or crystalline capsaicin. I mean, some of us have dealt with, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, close to 16 million pure crystalline capsaicin. And yeah, it really hurts, but it can't kill you outside of a heart condition, this, that, or the other
Right.
thing. But
Right.
yeah, all I saw was Steve Irwin. I was like, I could die doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. We've got a
That
lot of
was
people
hilarious.
joining in, and someone asked, "Do I do review?" I'm assuming it was to me. Do I do reviews like Johnny Scoville? No, Johnny Scoville is
Not
in
like
a
Johnny.
league
No.
of all of his own. I give that man a hand. I stand behind him and root him on. But there's
Yep.
no way I could do what he does. And if you didn't know, I had
You
Johnny
haven't
on my show a few
Yeah.
weeks back, and you can see that on the Tasting the Heat YouTube page.
Right.
I applaud that man. He is amazing. Tasting the Heat does do some reviews, but I don't. I can't say I would want to even come close to what Johnny does. He is amazing.
Oh, no kidding. I mean, his stuff is a lot more of, it's like a review slash challenge. I mean,
Yeah.
he takes the top of the top, the super crazy stuff, and just goes nuts with it. And a real quick shout out, man. My mom
Yeah.
jumped in on, yes, mother, the Peppadew sauce is coming back. Greg Kinsler's our executive substitute and independent distributor of ours up in Chicago. Thank you for joining us. Oh, shit, we got Bishop Brad.
Yeah. Do
Oh my
Stevens.
God, I got all sorts of friends here.
Ike is
John
here.
Remmel. Thank you guys. Scotty Northern, thank you, brother. What's up?
Mother Teresa is here.
No.
Teresa Hamilton Clark. We called her Mother
Oh, okay,
Teresa.
okay, mother. Okay,
Yeah.
I say Mother Teresa's dead, isn't she?
Yeah, she got better.
Yeah. Hey, Stace, man, how's it going, brother, man? So anyhow, we can't give shout outs to everybody tonight. We're going to try to. Please pop any questions you have in there. Kendall's got his wife running the cameras. I've got my wife over here hoping I don't ring the beer bell and scanning for questions for us this evening. And yeah, man. So yeah, we've been chit-chatting a little bit more about the Dragon's Breath prep. Now that itty bitty little thing, that's the part that cracked me up.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some other pictures from the guy that actually allegedly is the dude that created the pepper, and I don't want to get into the drama, he
Right.
said, she said, etc.
We're
But
just chatting
actually,
about
it looks like it's got like normal sized pods and stuff like that.
Well, the one they showed,
but
it looked like one that was just starting to grow.
yeah, the one that was, or actually more like a wintertime. If you
Okay.
keep, if you take a big old planter from outside and bring it in over the winter, and it still keeps producing pods, it gives one of those itty bitty little miniature ass like that.
Right.
Yeah, it was like, oh, come on, this has got to be a joke. But there's been some other people, I can't remember if they're from Australia or the UK, but the actual guy or group of guys that have been trying to develop an exquisitely, insanely hot, record-breaking pepper, they've shown pictures of stuff that's, more along the size of the Carolina Reaper.
Right, like a normal
the
pepper.
Primo.
Yeah.
Something that looks more like a scorpion, quarter to almost $half size kind of a pepper. But yeah, that itty bitty little one, I was like,
And that's going to kill
really?
you.
I could die doing this,
Derek is here. Derek Kimberlin. John Ramel? He's asked,
John Remmel, yeah, really good buddy of mine. Another guy from the Golden Tea world, which that's how this company got its start, was a whole bunch of Golden Tea tournament players. Yeah, they pushed me right into this den of wolves, den of thieves, den of really crazy, hot, fiery food loving people, man.
Christopher said that he's been trying to get the peppers for a month to make a sauce, and there's no message, no answer on the phone, nothing. So,
From
once
whom?
again, it makes you tend to believe, maybe there was a little bit of more hype than what there is. And I may be totally wrong. I'm just throwing ideas out there,
I mean, who knows? I mean, people put it out there to kind of get the hype going, but quite frankly, if I was one of those kind of guys position, and I've not done any kind, well, I've never been to like a really big pepper grower. What got me started in this thing was, God, my son was born 26 years ago. That was my first dedicated pepper garden, and it was like, I don't know, 18 feet by 10 feet. For me, that was a gigantic, and it was dedicated to just peppers. Uh, but yeah, if I was going for something record breaking, man, I would not be in the mood to actually put that thing out there. Only because people take the seeds, grow 'em, and
Right.
we've seen so much silly drama about
Right.
that over the years.
You know,
Yep.
I wanted to mention something. We were talking about Texas earlier, and I seen Brad Bishop was on the here. I don't know if he's still on or not, but my son-in-law lives not 4 minutes away from Brad Bishop. Brad had Brad had no idea. I just show up at his house and knocks on his door.
Oh, no way, really? That's awesome.
He opens the door like, who's knocking on my door this late at night? And here I am, standing there. He couldn't have been more
Beautiful.
gracious. He was what a great guy. We did like a 15-minute live, just him and I, and it was pretty cool. But it was, I mean, of all places in the world, we're 5 minutes away.
Wow. I have not. I mean, he and I have talked on the phone a lot. We chit chat online. I mean, he got his whole YouTube channel and Facebook presence, and I kind of got what ultimately became Voodoo Chili Sauces. We got, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk about the company, but
No, no.
we both got our starts together, and I hate to, for whatever reason, we have never actually met in person yet. But oh my God, the guy that I talked to on the phone is every bit as entertaining, but a lot more down to earth
Yeah,
because he's
yeah,
got that online. Like anybody that's in front of a camera, there's like an online persona or presence that they
right,
have.
right,
But even on the phone, when he's trying to talk serious and he's got like really serious subjects on his mind, or I've got really serious subjects on my mind, he is still, I mean, just bigger than life, man. I mean, what a
absolutely.
trip! I'm looking forward to hanging out with that boy.
Oh, we hung out with him for probably an hour and a half, maybe longer, and he just
Oh, how
redone
cool!
his pepper chamber of love.
Right, right, right. Yep, yep, yep.
And it's spectacular what he's done down there. It's so cool. I mean, some of his ideas that he did in there, I mean, it would be so cool to put into someone's little man cave or whatever you want to call it. He's done a
Oh
fantastic
yeah.
job down there. It was really cool. It was good. I was so happy that we went over and spent a little time with him, and I wanted to get up to see like we were saying Johnny Scoville earlier. He was up. I think it's uh, San Antonio, but it
Oh,
was,
is that where Johnny lives?
yeah,
Okay.
it was just too much, and it was just too much. It was just we were just so darn busy, but
Well, you guys are down there for what? 2 weeks?
yeah, we did
Yeah.
a week down in Port Arandis and a week up in Canyon Lake. So
Oh, beautiful.
yeah, it was
Oh, so
beautiful.
okay, yeah, I recognize that address. That's where Bishop Brad's at.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yep.
exactly. Yep, yep,
Yep,
yep.
man. Well,
So
I envy that, man. I got a reseller that he's doing both of the big hot sauce events down in Texas. I'm really hoping to have the cash flow where I can fly down there, support him, do some networking, and finally get some time to hang out with Bishop Brad.
sure.
Are you leaving, though? Okay.
Now,
Any freaking hell.
last time we were on, we're talking about a new name for our segment. Now,
Yes.
we had some ideas that was thrown out to us, and some of them stuck, some of them didn't. Some of them, they weren't going to stick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
But they were entertaining, and we had a good laugh at it, and it was great, and we appreciate that. But we're still looking for a name for the show. We've got one we're kicking around, but if you've got a name for the show, throw it out here in the comments, and what we'll do is we're going to look at these after the show, and we're going to pick a winner, and we're going to throw together a prize package for you if we go with that. And if not, if we go the one that we're already kicking around, would you want to do about a prize package with that?
Well, what I was thinking is if somebody, grabs a name or puts out a name that we pick, then we'll just double dose it. But everybody else that suggests a name, we're going to do a drawing out of all those names, and somebody's going to get a 4-pack of sauces that you and I have come across.
Okay.
I mean, it's not just a voodoo chili.
Right.
I mean, I've got some really cool sauces from Lucky Dog, Jersey Barn Fire, a number of other companies. We'll put together a really cool 4-pack, and then if somebody actually picks the name that we go with, then they automatically win the drawing, and we will double it up, and they'll get an 8-pack.
Nice. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. And I will dig around and see what I've got. And I think I've got a couple shirts left. So if
Okay, cool.
I can throw one in then if the size is correct, and if not, I've got some beer koozies and some stickers and stuff. I could throw together something to help with that too. So go ahead,
Outstanding.
Talking Flames. That not a
Oh,
bad
Melissa, I like that
yeah,
one.
but not a bad guess. Yo, I don't think I think that's a comment. I don't think.
Yeah, just yo. Jeremy, how you doing, man? Ken's, if you're still here, love you. Thank you very much. Pretty sure he might be one of the 6 or 7 teams we're pushing some hot sauces this weekend. But hey, Greg, thanks for joining us. It looks like he's getting ready to bail out there, having internet issues there. But
Okay.
yeah, we'll throw some stuff together. And shirts, you mentioned that. Man, I finally moved over to Teespring because Rose and I, well, not Rose and I, being the goofball that I am, made the command decision to order a whole bunch of T-shirts. What was it, like 4 or 5 years ago? 4 years ago. And we still have tons of like small, medium, large. Now, everything from XL up to 6XL, they sold out just like that.
And I was shocked about that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you think about it. People like hot sauce. They like tasty adult beverages. They like eating. I mean, none of us are tiny people. Like my beautiful bride here, she is a tiny person, but she doesn't like fiery food. So why did she marry me? I don't know. Obviously,
I've got the same
it's
thing.
not my bank account.
I've got the same thing here. Tracy loves
I've
everything we
noticed
do,
that.
but she's a little timid on the heat, so I gotta find the stuff that's a little milder for her.
Oh, Chris Duncan threw a nice one in there. Fire Chat Live. Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. Yep.
Yep, I like that.
Well, keep them guesses coming, and we're gonna move on because we talked about something earlier, running over a couple things, and the other thing was sriracha.
Oh,
Now,
my favorite subject and the one that I'm most noisy for
Well-
on the internet the last 5, 6 years.
right?
You know, being the son of a Marine, uh, the idea of tradition. I mean, there was a big part of my family. You know, my mom, her dad was a test pilot. In fact, he was a contemporary with Chuck Yeager in the Air Force.
Wow.
Her twin brother, also an Air Force test pilot. I mean, I grew up in a family that really believes in traditions. And when it comes to Thailand, there's not a lot of traditions out there. When it comes to sauces, Thai dishes, it's a general hint. If you have some of these ingredients and you showcase a couple of these ingredients, then you call it that kind of a dish. Sriracha is one of the very few things that actually does have a legitimate tradition behind it. And that's 5 ingredients. You've got the peppers, vinegar, sugar, salt, and garlic. It's just those 5 things. We forget about using hard preservatives because, you know, for a whole bunch of years, they never had refrigeration. In fact, you got a lot of communities that still don't have refrigerators. Right. You got those 5 ingredients, and it's how you blend them, what kind of peppers you use, what kind of vinegar do you use, what's going to be the balance of the salt, sugar, and garlic. And that's what makes yours, how thin, how thick. And, I mean, that started, God, probably 100 years ago in a tiny little fishing town.
And what was the name of that fishing town?
Sriracha.
There we go.
And there's no direct translation there. So it could be S-I, separate word, Racha, or S-R-I-R-A-C-H-A. I mean, there's no direct translation, but it did start in that little itty-bitty fishing town. And, yeah, that's really cool. And it was, what's his name? David Tran.
Yep, David Tran.
Was the guy that came over on a boat called the Hoi Fong, which is the name of his company there in Los Angeles.
Yes.
He immigrated late 70s, early 80s, if I recall correctly.
1980.
And really missed that. Yep, 1980 it was. Okay.
Yeah, and they use 100 million pounds of fresh chilies a year to make their sauce.
100 million? 100. And you know they have one grower.
Yeah. Oh.
They contract with one grower there in Southern California to grow those. Yep.
Wow.
It's a sun-ripened red jalapeno is what they chose to use, which is good because it's a much meatier pepper than, say, your very stereotypical typical Thai chili, which is a very
Right.
thin-walled, long, skinny kind of
Right.
a chili. Here they got the red habanero, nice fat, got a lot of meat to it, not too terribly many seeds. And I think for me, just personally growing up in the Southwest, a very flavorful pepper. And yeah, but they got one grower,
That's
uh,
crazy.
100 million pounds a year.
100 million pounds a year. Have you ever seen pictures of that? Look,
Yeah.
oh, it's just like forever. They've just all these peppers laid out in this huge field drying. Just crazy, just
Oh,
crazy.
it's nuts. It's nuts. Yep.
Now the neighborhood around them actually sued Hoi Fung to make them stop producing for a while because people were starting to get irritated from the fumes, and they
Yeah,
went through a lot of stuff.
the whiny people of the Europe of the world,
Well,
and they do it
it's
for such a
California,
well. Yeah, I know exactly. It's like
not
everything
our
flows
friends in
downhill.
California.
It seems like whether it's movies, political opinions, whatever, it goes from west to east.
Yeah,
Even though we grew from east to west 150, 200 years ago, but oh my God! But yeah, they shut them down for I forgot how many months,
yeah,
but nonetheless, they're back in production. It's only one short period of the year where they have the vinegar and the pepper fumes that are quote unquote belching out of the factory, and their actual factory's been there a lot longer than most of those neighborhoods. It's kind of like when somebody buys a house, right at the end of a small municipal airport runway. It's
right.
like, wait, dude, when you looked at the house, you saw little airplanes coming and
Yeah,
going. I mean,
yeah.
really?
It was the same
Yeah.
with a chicken farmer that was been here for 100 years, and somebody bought the land beside of it and put in a subdivision, and they actually got together and closed down this family farm that has been together for 100 years because they
Wow.
didn't like the smell. Who was there first, But it's
Exactly.
money.
Yep.
It's money. It's always money.
Well, money and complaints. The
Yeah.
squeaky wheel gets the lube. So,
We've got some more uh, guesses here.
hey, Chelsea, cheers. Oh, speaking of Chelsea Fender, hope your husband Skip's here. You're sporting. Oh, I can't see because it's not full of
Oh,
beer, but we got a nice little voodoo chili glass,
I got mine too.
and we got tasting the heat glass there.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Outstanding.
Thank you, Chelsea. And I've got my mug up there also. Definitely.
Oh no, Greg, we're not going with that name. I'm not going to say it.
No,
No.
no, no.
2 thumbs down. Good funny factor, but no, long term we can't make that fly, brother.
Nope, not even close to that one.
Nope, 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 nope,
I'd,
nope.
I'd forgot all about that until he put that visual back in my head.
I know. I just kind of upset my stomach a lot.
That was good. You made me
So
laugh.
anyhow, yeah, the sriracha tradition, man, it cracks me up because from a marketing side, a lot of people have jumped on that,
Right.
and they're marketing sriracha sauces. Now, what's kind of cool is over the last, I don't know, 2 years or so, a lot of the guys that have come in, guys and gals, companies have come in with stuck with the 5 ingredient thing. And I mean, they've done green peppers and all sorts of other peppers, and they're staying with those 5 basic ingredients instead of using sugar. They've been using, honey and other kind of natural sweeteners. It's been fun watching the evolution, but at the same time, you can't help but shrug your shoulders and laugh at, you see tomatoes and fruits, and it's like, no, 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 no. This is not the little Thai boy girl thing. It's not a generic cat. I mean, there's a tradition there for a reason, and
Right.
Thailand is not known for that.
And do you know that he did not register the name sriracha when he came out with his sauce? And
Well, because everybody in Southeast Asia, they generically refer to it, whether it's thin, thick, whatever. It's a sriracha sauce, and I've been collecting them now for over 15 years, and all of them have 5 ingredients.
nice.
Some are thin, some are thick, some are tons of garlic, very little garlic, some are sweet, some are very vinegary, but they all use 5 ingredients. And so, I mean, he felt, well, again, he's a man of honor, a man of
Yeah.
tradition, and what a humble man. I don't know how many interviews you've seen of that guy, but what just a sweet, gentle dude.
And everybody I've talked to that's taken the tour through his place is they come back with that same exact
Wow.
what you same exact feeling of what you said. He takes time out to speak
That's
to
cool.
people, and it's such a cool tour of the building, or actually the
Wow.
manufacturer. So it was pretty cool.
And what kills me is I grew up really close to where that factory is, but I left there about a year or so before he immigrated here to the U.S.
Wow. I
Does
I,
this help at all?
I just see. Oh, I heard the beer bill. Zach just said Talking Heat 101. Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, I'm digging that. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Skip said to let you know that Bloodline goes great on BL. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, it also goes good on mac and cheese, by the way, Chelsea. Sorry, little company moment. Oh, I just got a reminder here that we got this. And just sneak this down here.
Oh, I poured right in front of the camera. Don't worry about it.
I know. I'm trying to be discreet. I've had a few too many people comment. It's like,
Well,
wow,
like I
dude, you
said,
pour a lot of beer on these podcasts.
I took a couple tablespoons or teaspoons of Bloodline, put it in a vanilla shake. You got to try that.
Really? No, I've not done that yet.
You got to try it.
It's funny. I've played around with trying to put hot stuff on like desserts, and as much as I like that weird interplay, especially what's his name, Jeff McGinnis, from Sam and Oliver.
Mind Flave.
He's got Mind Flave's one of them. He's got some just super super sweet, and I really love that. But I've got to be in such a weird mood where I want to put something like that on, say, and of course maybe I'm being too simple with it, but I'll put it like in a bowl of vanilla ice cream. It's like, ooh, it's hot, it's cold, it's hot, it's cold, it's hot, it's cold. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but I've never. Dessert is one of the few things, or breakfast cereals. I've never put spicy stuff on there, but yeah, my dessert, for some reason, I just like it cold and sweet. Lots of sweet. Yeah.
Today at work, the woman next to me was having French toast, and I had Jeff McGinnis's new Sparks seasoning. And
isn't that stuff good?
Yes, and I said, cut off 2 pieces there. Let me have one and you have one. And I put Sparks on that French toast with her maple syrup.
How was it?
It was amazing.
Nice.
She grabbed it and said, yeah. She put it over everything.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
That's cool. Jeff definitely does have the sweet thing going, man.
Yeah, he does.
Which is fitting because, like him or Dove Teta from Gemini Crow, they just have that very sweet, kind guy kind of a personality going. So, in Jeff's case, I think it's very fitting that he makes just very sweet, kind, although they're abusively crazy hot in some cases.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, it's kind of, I don't think that's why it happened, but, yeah, it is really kind of cool.
Hey, you guys, everybody who's watching, if you want to throw something at us, if you got any questions, if you like the show, give us a shout out to us here. If you got an idea of what you want to hear us talk about, give us ideas. This is just as much your show as it is Thomas's and I, because we're feeding off what you guys like, and we're trying to just kind of give you our ideas on things that we like. Doesn't mean if they're right or wrong. It's just we're just having a good time. It's 2 guys talking, and you guys are involved in it too, and it means a lot. Please hit the share button so that other people can enjoy this also, because the bigger we can grow this, the bigger we can grow this, the more we can bring to you on the show, because I think we got something good here. We're going to do it once a month, and what is it, the first Wednesday of every month we're looking at?
Well, let's see. Today is I think the 8th. We did the last one on May 10th, so I think we're looking at like the 1st or 2nd. Is today the 7th?
Yeah.
Wow, there's the joy of being self-employed. It's like, I feel like Jeffrey Lebowski. What day is it? Do you have a job, sir? Don't go dressed like that on a weekday, do you?
He peed on the rug.
The rug tied the room together. Am I wrong? No, Walter, you're just an asshole. Man, we're getting some good suggestions in here. Sinister Craze, good on desserts. Yeah, Greg, that it is. Firehot USA from my buddy Scott Northern. He's a short little son of a bitch.
Spicy family
Marianne Scott. No, actually, I think he's like 6'8". He's a towering Uh, Again, another sweetheart of a gentleman out there. Marianne Scott, hey, darling, welcome aboard. Spicy Flame and Talk. We're getting, I like Zach. Talking heat and ringing bells. And it is halfway done.
Hot sauce
Flying hot.
cocktails. Yeah, Chelsea, you are so right. Uh, Hot sauce in
Yeah,
cocktails or using hot sauce for cocktails, like fish, like shrimp cocktails or drinking cocktails. It doesn't matter. You know, you're just like us. Put hot sauce on it. It's always better.
oh, yeah, man. Yeah, and it's fun walking around at bars. You see a lot of, a lot more people putting hot sauce in, shooters, shots.
Yep.
You got the Micheladas, which is like a Bloody Mary, but it's made with beer instead of vodka, and putting some hot sauce in there. I mean, it's been a ton of fun. I mean, I've been digging the fiery foods thing for a lot more years than I'm in the mood to admit. But watching the different waves of it come and go, this most recent one here over the last, God, we'd actually have to consult John Hart for this, but I want to say 5 years is probably closer to 10 years. Now it's finally getting traction and really catching on. I mean, we're seeing, spicy, fiery foods and, right off the shelf. I saw some candy, because you got the Reese's cups.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. It's another
Butterfinger did one.
Butterfinger.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the was it jalapeno or cayenne or something?
Cayenne, I think it was. Yeah.
Damn, man, that thing was delicious.
Was
My last road trip down to North Carolina, I bought like a little strip of like a 4-pack or 5-pack of those. Oh my goodness, that was fantastic.
Well, even Pepsi has come out with a hot Pepsi. It's got cayenne pepper in it, but I've heard it's not.
Oh, is that
very
cayenne
good.
or cinnamon? I've not tried it yet.
You're right. You're right. It's cinnamon, but I heard it's not very
Okay.
good and it's not hot. So,
Oh, bummer.
I mean, it's individual taste, but I haven't
Yeah.
tried it. But most people I hear, nah. Shelly, hello, Shelly. I got my hot sauce holster right here, and from Steve, it's got the Taste and Heat name on it. I appreciate that. How you doing?
Yeah, and we're working on getting our logo down to him because I definitely want to have, well, one for myself, and then I don't know how many are ordered at a time, but I always want to have one in the booth because of
Right.
him keeping Shelley's loving husband's name and passion alive, and they're local to us, or at least Shelley still is,
Okay.
and yeah, I definitely want to keep that thing going, which is so cool.
Hey, I got something in the mail today.
Yep.
It's I think the best guacamole sauce I've had.
Really?
That is SoCal's guac sauce,
Tom Geist, yeah, man.
and it has tattoos in it.
Oh, dude, I saw pictures of that.
Yes.
You like the ones? Well, you're old enough to remember these, like
Yes.
the little water on the back of
Yes.
the paper. You put them on.
And Cracker
Yeah.
Jacks.
I saw a picture of that online the other day. That's
Yes.
cool.
I can't wait till the grandson comes out. We're gonna SoCal tattoo him up and take some pictures.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Hey, did you get to spend any time with Tom Geist there in New York City?
A little bit, and he was on the show 2 weeks ago, or
Oh,
right
that's
before
right.
we
That's
went on
right. Yeah.
vacation. Yeah.
Hey, right before we went on vacation. Yep.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right. What a great guy.
I owe Tom big time, and not in a good way. So, first thing he says when he meets Tracy is he says, "Oh, you must be his daughter." Okay, it's on now.
Like Donkey Kong. Hell yeah.
Yeah, of course he made her day, but he made me feel like an old man.
Well,
Well, yeah. Well, never mind.
that comes with the
I gotta
territory,
take that
brother.
back. 'Cause I think he nailed it.
Yeah, man.
Yes, indeed.
So, but that guac sauce is good, isn't it? In fact, well, Tom, I see if you're still here on board, us hot sauce makers, we're a little bit notorious, as you probably already know, for doing some trades. I would love to trade you some of that because my wife, as much as beautiful Rosie is not much into fiery foods, she loves her guacamole. So,
Yeah.
Tom,
you and
I've got a trade. Otherwise, I'll just order it from you. But at least kick the conversation into motion because I forget about everything all the time anyhow. So,
Greg Evans is here.
Mr. Evans, my
Yeah,
ninja.
yeah. He did a great job in New York. Whew.
Yeah, he was having a lot of fun. He and his girlfriend Susie, great people. I'm blessed to have them local. They're down in Aldie, Virginia, which
Nice.
I think as a crow flies, it's maybe 10 miles from here.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, yeah, what a great couple, man. What a great couple.
Yeah, yeah. He did a great job, and his page, Hot Sauce Junkies, I believe it is.
Yes, sir, that's
And
correct.
he's got a great page, and what he did about going around getting everybody's signature there at the show to give away them shirts.
Oh, wasn't that cool?
That was a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was so awesome.
Yeah.
I just looked at that and went, that is such a cool idea, and people got to love that.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. I just happened to look down at my phone. Mike Hopkins, my brother-in-law. What's going on, my ninja? He just jumped. Actually, his sister Rosie, my beautiful bride. Some of you know her as Bones. We went and stayed with him for a few days, and we were only supposed to be there overnight on our honeymoon. My Harley broke. Actually, we went from Durango, Colorado, and Mike, you're going to laugh at me. I think it Olathe, Olathe. Mike, sorry, I forget how to pronounce it. And oh, honey, go give me that beer glass that we got when we were at the dinner with Mikey that first night. I know, Mike, you don't like being called Mikey. Well, it's right up there. But anyhow, Mike's aboard. I'm sorry to be taking up so much time, but no, Mike, that's my brother-in-law. Love the guy to death. But no, we limped our Harley from Durango, Colorado, and Olathe, I think that's how it's pronounced, Olathe, Kansas. It's like right outside of Kansas City. We limped that Harley from Durango, Colorado, all the way out there. What is that, like 800 miles on one cylinder?
Whoa.
And then it died. So our overnight stay with Mike turned into like 3 or 4 days, which was awesome because he and Rose hadn't seen each other in a bunch of years. And sorry to babble, but Mike, welcome aboard. And you couldn't find it? What was it called? Like the Flying Monkey Brewery or something like that? It had something to do with the monkey. Anyhow, Ken, take control of this conversation.
Well,
I'm turning it into the Titanic here.
I want to get on one thing before we let go for the evening.
Yes, sir.
And the main thing is, how is your health now after your week of
insanity?
Yeah.
Good.
Explain
good.
What happened if people don't know.
Okay, for those that don't know, Thursday morning I sold my second, and honey, don't hate me for this, my favorite motorcycle. I sold to my honey. I'm sorry, I love the Warrior. That it's a one-person motorcycle. It rides
Right.
like a Harley, but it's got this big 1700cc V-twin underneath. It's like 450 pounds. It's a crotch rocket for like a cool dude. But anyhow. Sold that Thursday morning. Thursday night on the way back home, got turned into a rush hour traffic sandwich. Got thrown off the bike. Busted up my hip a little bit. Totally fine. The bike is in much worse shape. And oh, by the way, where's my wallet, honey? I got to do please hand me my wallet. I don't think Johnny McLaughlin's here, but for any of you guys that know Johnny McLaughlin, or his wonderful company that he and his bride own called Heartbreaking Dawns. Years and years ago, sorry for all the noise here, they sold this, there we go, this cool little vial thingy. Not vial like V-I-L-E, but vial like V-I-A-L, that's got this little thing of pepper powder in it. And this is part of what my hip landed on when I got catapulted off the bike Thursday night. And that survived everything better than me or my big-ass Harley Ultra Classic did. So, Johnny, well played, my friend, if you ever watch this. I know it's not made out of titanium, but that's one tough little bugger. And it ought to be because it's full up of scorpion powder or scorpion pepper powder.
Speaking of Johnny, he's going to be on my show Sunday night.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Let's see. I will be back from I'm doing a big old taco and tequila festival up in upstate, not really upstate New York. It's just north of New York City. But I'll be back Sunday afternoon, so I'll definitely be tuning in for that. Johnny McLaughlin, man, I hope he's in one of his moods when he's on air with you because when Johnny's either really low key and super cool, or he's an absolute fireworks display of personality. He just a great guy all around, a self-taught chef, and I do not use that term loosely. I do not like people self-applying the term chef. Johnny's earned that title, even though he's not gone through like Jim O'Brien. Done a lot of very formal, education in the culinary world. He's studied overseas, here in the States. He's totally earned the title chef, from a professional standpoint. Johnny McLaughlin, that's the reason you see him on a lot of the Cooking Network shows and stuff, or Food Network shows. I mean, that guy, great personality. And I'm trying to remember, was it not Chopped, but the one he was on where like the other guys he was competing against
Cutthroat
were
Kitchen.
hating on him. I was like, how can you hate against this guy? He's like the funniest, just sweetest, coolest. He's kind of like, Jeff McGinnis and all these other guys. He's not a noisy asshole like me. I mean, he's just a genuinely nice. He's like you, Kendall. He's just a nice guy.
Yeah, just a nice guy.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. People don't like me because they don't understand me, and I deal with my own inward awkwardness by being loud, and that puts people off. But Johnny's not one. You guys are going to have a blast together Sunday
Good.
night.
And I didn't mean to interrupt your story about the Harley. I just
It doesn't matter. It was a small thing. The bike's in worse shape. Hell, even that little keychain thing I showed you with the pepper powder in it, even that's a little bit more dented up. I mean, I just got some scrapes and bruises. Fortunately, I was in a state of mind where I relaxed when I heard the tires skidding up behind me. And I did, not my own defense, maybe to brag a little bit. It's like, both my front and rear tire on the Harley were locked up, sliding back and forth, and I stopped like maybe 6 inches before the car in front of me. And I'm like, and before I could even finish the thought, thank you, muscle memory, because, I've been riding since the 70s. And as soon as I thought to myself, I was like, yeah, muscle memory for the win. You hear the tires behind me, and I'm like, shit. But fortunately, I relaxed. Instead of tensing up, it was just one of those kind of giving in, going, well, shit. And I'm sorry to cuss, but it was just one of those moments. She smacked into the back of the bike. I mean, she couldn't have been doing more than 5-10 miles an hour tops at that point. Flung me over, landed on my hip. I mean, my helmet, I was talking to my mom on the phone here a couple hours ago. Even my shoulder never even hit the ground.
Wow.
I mean, it just, landed really hard on my hip, wrist, elbow, shoulders, head, never even touched the ground. Even when the gal from Geico, she's like, oh, by the way, or the young guy, Matthew, he's like, hey, we got a whole replacement policy, and I'm one of those jerks that wears the little skid lid thing. I mean, I'm like, no, this thing's all beat up, got stickers on it. I'm like, no, we're not replacing that, man.
We're going to keep wearing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. When I first seen the post,
Yeah, me too.
I was very concerned for you, and I figured you'd probably be somewhat okay because you were posting it. But I'll tell you what, a lot of prayers went out for you there, buddy, and we're so glad that you were all right.
And many thanks, because I was trying to make fun of it, and yeah, we got a lot of phone calls, a lot of posts, a lot of emails, and for the love and concern. And I'm happy that it was just another one of those close call. And I mean, the bike, it's I'm kind of hoping they total it, because Rosie and I, our honeymoon, our anniversary is coming up July 20th, and we've been planning on a honeymoon installment number 2 or part due, sometime here, either early or late July. And if the bike's not totaled, it's probably going to be like 2 months before I get the bike back.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Deep down inside, I'm kind of hoping there's like a little something wrong with the frame. The forks look a little bit off. I mean, I love the bike. I picked it up there. My brother-in-law, Mike, who I mentioned here a little while ago, it's like I've got some sentimental value, but I'd much rather be on the road with a newer Harley and back on the road with my wife here next month than waiting until August, September to be back on the road again.
Right,
Because
right.
outside of the two company vehicles, I don't even own a car. I mean, I don't own a battery tender. That's how I get around is on a bike.
Nice, nice. That's
Yeah,
nice. That's awesome. And that's
yeah, and
another
it's nice
reason
being a
why
part of the country where I can do that.
yeah, that's another reason why Tracy and I are talking about moving out of the snow belt so that we can do things year round. But hey,
Snow
Thomas.
belt my eye, dude. You guys are up there like in the hinterlands. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
geez,
Well,
yeah.
how far are you from the from the Upper Peninsula?
Oh, we're 4.5 hours from the bridge, but
Oh, okay. So, but I mean, it's still pretty freaking cold
oh
from
yeah,
like
we're
October
right on the
to
river
April.
out here, so it's like
Yeah,
a freeway of freezing wind because there's
yeah,
nothing blocks it. I look out the back
yeah.
window and I actually see Canada. Canada's right there. So
Oh, now you sound like Sarah Palin. Can you see Russia?
no, I see Canada. I had a feeling that was coming.
Pardon me. I'm also struggling with a little bit of bronchitis here. I apologize. Again, it's not a Hillary Clinton thing with the cough in there.
But let's wrap this up. I want to
Oh,
thank
I just got a huffy puff from the wife.
everybody. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Um, it's just going to get better and better with you guys' input. It's just two dudes talking, and that's exactly what we're doing. And
Yep.
it's to me, it's always entertaining because Thomas, you are a wealth of knowledge, and you bring to the show that some things that there's no way I could bring it. And I thank you. This is awesome.
Well, thank you.
And you know what, everybody, thank you very much for watching. It's Wednesday the 7th, so we're looking at 4 weeks from now. We're going to do it again, and
Yes, sir.
we will try and prepare something to talk about then. If you have
We will.
ideas, shoot either Thomas or myself a instant message on Facebook or email, whatever. Doesn't matter. Just shoot us some ideas for the show, and we'll get
Yep.
them out there because we just want to make this better for everybody because this is a great community that we have, and thank you very much for watching. Thomas,
You bet.
have a good
And
night,
just
my
a
man.
quick wrap up.
Yes.
We are going to be going through every single suggestion,
Yes.
and I apologize. I got to wear reading glasses, and I should have bifocals. And for those of you that don't know it already, I double up when I have to read up close. So anyhow, Kendall and I are going to be going through all the suggestions tonight. He and I are going to be talking over the course of the next week or so. And if we pick one of the names that have been suggested between tonight and I think our last broadcast was May 10th, we're going to go load both those up. If we pick one, we're going to do double up on our free giveaway. Otherwise, everybody that has suggested something, got a random drawing. I'll explain it at a future date. We're going to pick a name, and somebody's going to be winning something. And thanks a lot for tuning in, and definitely for giving us some suggestions, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you to everybody. I was gonna say thanks for tasting the heat, but that's not right now. So
It works. You're our host.
you're right there with me, but I appreciate it.
Amen.
Thank you for watching, everybody, and Sunday night on Tasting the Heat, Johnny McLaughlin, and then the following Sunday, make sure and watch. I've got a celebrity host on there, a celebrity sauce maker, and you're gonna definitely want to see that on the 18th. And then we're not.
I got a hint who it is.
We can't say who it is yet. So
Nope.
all right, everybody, we'll see you next time. Thank you a lot for watching. We appreciate it, and much love for everybody.
Love you, Kendall. Thanks a lot, dude.